Hello, my name is Ania Espejo, and my presentation is called Empathy in the Workplace. I am going to show you some findings and some contributions of studies and articles. For example, the study of an enterprise called Business Solver in 2019. This study is called The State of Empathy in the Workplaces, and the contribution of some articles from Forbes and from the Center of Creative Leadership. First of all, I want to make a little imagination game with you. You're going to imagine that you work in an enterprise and one of your coworkers has made a very bad presentation. And he's very sad and very angry with the situation. The question is, what would be your response to this situation? We have four options. The first option is to tell him some encouraging words. For example, don't worry, you will do better next time. It was not so bad. The second option is to invite him some beers or some tequila shots to make him forget the situation. The third option is to make him know that his feelings are valuable and, for example, to give some of your time to help him to practice for a new presentation. And the fourth option is to do nothing. Let's think a little bit and choose. For those who have chosen the first option, this is the most chosen option. It implies sympathy, that is usually confused with empathy. People use like synonyms, sympathy and empathy. But there is a difference, that the empathy implies some action taken for solving some problematic. For those who have chosen the second option, this is what we call a reactive response, because we take more the practical angle to try to solve the situation, but there are no feelings involved. For those who have chosen the third option, this is what we call the empathetic response, because it shows that you are involved with the feeling and that you are able to give some effort, some time from you to help in this situation, to help in the finding of the solution. And if we think of the antonym of empathy, this is the apathy, what it takes us to the fourth option. That is the apathetic response. It means lack of concern, the I don't care attitude. Well, now I want to show you some shocking statistics. For example, the study of 2019 made by Business Solver shows that $600 billion are lost due to the lack of empathy in the workplaces. Another shocking statistic is that 77% of workers are willing to work more hours if their enterprises get more empathetic. Another shocking statistic is that 92% of human resources professionals note that empathy is a major factor in the politics of retention of employees. Another shocking statistic is that 80% of millennials are willing to leave their works if they get less empathetic, and 66% of baby boomers share this same opinion. As we can see, workers appreciate empathy and they consider that are very important in their workday, and that it's a win-win situation. This leads us to a question, that is, how are the organizations encouraging the empathy? There are different strategies, and I have chosen two to explain that are the most innovative. For example, the using of micro e-learning videos. There are little videos of 4 to 8 minutes in different topics. For example, the topic of a coworker that comes back to work after having lost a loved one, after the death of a loved one. This micro e-learning video helps through the morning period to the coworker to know how to react, to know what to say, what not to say, to get to know what are the usual responses to a situation like the loss of a loved one, and it helps to get the understand between the co-workers in a difficult situation like the death of a loved one. And like this are different micro-learning videos from different topics that helps in the learning of how to take different attitudes to different situations in order to improve the empathy or the empathetic response. Another tool that is very innovative is the use of virtual reality. There are organizations like the United Nations, the New York Times, some hotels that are using this. For example, there is a chain of hotel that is using virtual reality for explaining to the workers to know how it feels to work in a different position. For example, to show to a worker that works in the front desk through virtual reality how it means or what it means or how it feels to work like a cleaning staff, for example. And it improves the ability of putting yourself in the shoes of another one. This is another strategy. And there are some of more conventional strategies like developing some mentoring in empathy and putting in order some human resources policies that gets more empathetic in the enterprises. Finally, as we can see, if the employees and the manager gets in consideration of the feelings, of the thinking, of the opinion of the other ones, it helps to create an ambient of empathetic situations, of loyalty, of trust, and it leads to great engagement in the objectives of the enterprise. Finally, as human resources employees that we are going to be, I want to let you an acrostic in the last image. That is the acrostic of empathy. The E for encourage communication between co-workers. The M for meet your colleagues with an open-minded attitude. The P of put yourself in the other person's shoes. A, avoid quick judgment. T, think as a team. H, help your team members to improve their skills. And Y, you can improve your empathy if you are willing to give it a try. Thank you.